Hello again. We received a second offer on Ultra, so we're just going to talk about the conversation, what that looks like with multiple offers, and we're going to call the seller here with that information. Boom. Hopefully she can edit that part out, like the downtime.
Goodbye.
Peace.
What the hell?
So they did send the MLS, the purchase agreement. Looks like all the documents are here. Hey, it's Todd Paxton. How are you?
I'm good.
What's better than receiving an offer on your house?
Receiving a second offer on my house.
Yeah!
I'm learning on this game.
Cool. You want to be a real estate agent? You ever thought about that?
No!
Ah,
I'll leave that to you.
yes, ma'am. I appreciate your trust. You got a pen handy?
I do.
$250 earnest money,
Okay.
pre-approved buyer.
Okay.
Here's what I like better: conventional loan. They're going to put 20% down.
Okay.
They want to close up to 45 days from now.
Okay.
Possession at closing,
Okay.
same deal. Inspections 14 days. Home warranty 500.
Okay.
Everything's pretty typical here.
Okay.
Not contingent on another house closing.
Okay.
I like that. Less chance of problems coming up.
Okay.
I'm going to pull up your estimated net proceeds. Bear with me. And I'm just going to make a
I'm just
copy.
waiting for you to say but.
There's no buts.
Okay.
No buts.
All right. I like that.
Oops. Hang on.
Okay.
$175,000.
Mm-hmm.
Ha ha ha. And they're only asking for $3,000 in closing,
Okay.
which means he's going to get right at 160.
Okay.
$160,064 if everything pans out to the estimate.
Okay.
Questions?
Do I wait for the third offer or do I just take the second?
Okay. They are asking, great question. They're asking for an answer by 8 o'clock tonight, just like the other one.
Okay.
Hey, Todd, what do you think we should do?
Hey, Todd, what do you think we should do?
We should, my opinion, I'd like to reply back to both of them. I would
Okay.
like to let both buyers know that we now have multiple offers.
Okay.
I'm going to backtrack just a second. The second offer is pre-approved. I have a pre-approved letter. It's with a local Southern Indiana lender who I've done dozens and dozens of deals with in my years, okay?
Mhm.
I trust this mortgage officer.
Okay.
May not mean a hill of beans to you. It means a lot to me to get a transaction
Okay.
to the closing table.
Okay.
I would like to go respond to both buyers that we now have multiple offers and that the seller is asking for both buyers to present their highest and best offer.
Sounds good to me.
And I want to give them until 2 o'clock tomorrow.
Sounds good to me.
Okay? 4 o'clock tomorrow, whatever.
Okay. Whatever you think.
Let's do 2 o'clock. And
So really, if we were not excluding the first one where we could go back and say, you know, let's, and this is just me thinking, and it may sound stupid, I'm sorry if it does. Let's say that the second offer comes back and says 175 is their highest. But the first offer comes back and says 180, then we still have a chance to go with either one of them, correct?
yes.
Okay. All right.
Let's say offer, and let's play this out. Notice I said highest and best offer.
Okay, all right.
Even if it's the highest price,
But they still have other offerings that they want us to pay.
there are many other terms in an offer besides just price. If,
Okay.
let's say offer number one comes back and it's $3,000 higher net to the seller. Offer number one has a domino of another closing. They have asked for quite an excessive amount of closing cost.
Correct.
They are doing
Plus
FHA.
Right.
Second offer, local loan officer that your real estate agent trusts. That's not steering, that's just my 2 cents that, hey, this loan officer I know can get deals to the closing table.
Okay.
They are asking for less money in closing cost. They are putting more money down, doing a better loan product of a conventional loan.
Okay.
If it's just a couple, $3,000 less and it still nets you the 160, I'm gonna probably advise let's go with number
Hey,
two.
sweetheart.
Okay. Okay.
Make sense?
That sounds good to me.
Then we can counter number one.
Okay.
Counter number one as a backup offer.
Okay.
Meaning, if anything happens with offer number two that we haven't accepted offer one
Right.
on, we can go immediately to offer number one and they are the primary offer.
Okay.
Right.
Makes sense?
All right. That sounds good. So do we need to sign anything tonight?
Yes, I'm going to stop by. Let me ask you this. Can I email you at
Okay.
work and you print it off and sign their names and or have them sign it, quote unquote, at work, and then you scan it and email it back?
I can do it.
I'm going to do that. Text me your email address.
My email.
Will you text it to me?
I will do
Because
it.
I'm going to mess it up if I write it down. Thank you. And
Thank you,
I'm going
Todd.
to send both of those to you, have the boys sign off, and we'll get it over. Scan it back.
Oh,
Sounds
yeah.
good. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
yeah.
Bye.
That saved me an hour
Sure did.
by just sending that over. Questions?
None. I mean, brilliant. What are the odds buyer one is going to sign a backup offer
You never know.
to two? That's why I'm asking. What are the odds? How often have you done that? And do they usually say, okay, we'll do that? Or they usually say, to hell with it then. We're not.
Fear
doing
of
it.
loss is a greater motivator than the opportunity to gain. They might just say, okay, I don't want to lose that. And if I find something
Oh,
else,
okay.
I'm going to get out of that. But until then, I'll take my chances
Right.
that number one will fall through because I haven't found
See,
another
that's how
house.
I would say it. See it. That's very logical thinking.
Yeah.
But the emotion
we're
of
gonna
not
get an
getting the
extension
house to a
requested.
different offer.
Possibly.
Okay. But always offer it to the seller to do
It's
that.
not my, I mean,
What do we
yeah.
care?
Yeah.
Right.
They're going to sell it to number two with a conventional loan and all that stuff anyway. But
And I think offer number two will bump up their price a little bit too.
Right.
Wouldn't be
yeah, and that would
surprised.
even make it better.
Yeah.
Who sold that? Stephanie Wilson?
Right.
Has a second offer? That girl's always out hustling something.
We'll cut that part out.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I forgot about that.
It's all good. I'm just kidding.
Right.
That wasn't bad, what I said.
Yo, how you doing,
Right.
buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, so good. I love your
Right.
Facebook post. Life treating you good?
Yeah, I've been very blessed.
Good. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you for the
Right.
offer on Ultra.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having everything included and filled out right. I mean, the simple
Yeah.
things, right? Jeez, oh, Pete.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
As you know, we do have an offer.
Uh-huh.
Seller is asking for highest and best by
Yeah.
2 p.m.
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we may have some
Okay.
other showings lined up. I haven't paid
Yeah.
attention to it, but
Cool.
Okay.
tomorrow afternoon we'll know who wins.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you so
I'll
much
let
for
you know.
your
Okay.
help.
I'm going to send you the notification here shortly, okay?
All right. Thanks, hon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Thanks. Bye.
45-second conversation. That's how high-speed professionals roll. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, because she gets it. She knows. She knows what's going to happen, how
And
it's
I-
going to come out.
I
Right.
notified her first
Then we can-
that there was an offer before she texted me, hey, can we go back? And I was on the phone with the seller when she was texting.
I remember.
It's like, yeah, we do, please
Right.
do. We do have an offer. It expires at 8 p.m. tonight. So,
Yeah.
boom, hey, buyer, we've got to act right away if this is something you don't want to lose.
Do we have to
Okay, thank you, sweetie.
reject that offer?
No, so what we're going to do, we're not going to do anything.
Okay.
And we are going to send out the highest multiple offer notification form to her email. She's going to have the sellers sign off. She's going to sign it, scan it back, have it signed, scan it back. And then I'm going to send that to the buyer's agents. let them know we've got until 2 p.m. tomorrow. Then they're going to notify us in writing of what they want to do. I would prefer to see a new offer written with 2 p.m. expiration time or whatever,
Correct.
a bit extra time.
Yeah.
They might just reply in writing one way or another. Okay, cool. And then we counter that, and then they sign it. But I don't want to. I want to have highest and best is called for by 2 p.m. tomorrow. That does not mean the seller will have a response to you by 2 p.m. tomorrow. Here's where the caveat is in the contract. We've asked for 2 p.m. tomorrow deadline for them to bring their highest. That doesn't mean A, our seller will accept either of them, and that doesn't put a time on any of it.
B, our seller doesn't have a timeline, just they do.
Now, if they write an offer and it says we want an answer by 5 o'clock, that's a different story.
Yeah.
If they say we want an answer by 2 o'clock, and we'll say with all due fairness, this isn't a term that the seller is able to work with, or maybe it is, and we just work it through.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If it's
Well, we can't at 2 o'clock. 'Cause
maybe we can if we get both offers, if we get both
ahead
highest
of
and
time,
best.
but that would be speculating that we're gonna.
Right. If we get both offers in before, like at noon.
1:30.
Yeah. Then maybe we can respond. But sometimes people might not be able to get it until 1:45, 2 o'clock. Then we have to have grace come into play and be like, look, in all due fairness to the transaction and the integrity of the offering of people to
Yes.
people, I've got to be fair to you, and I've got to deal with fair dealing to the others. So we're respectfully saying 2 o'clock was the deadline for the offers. By 3 o'clock, we'll have you an answer, or whatever the case is.
Yep.
So, and then if it's past deadline, we just add in the counter, both buyer and seller agree to extend the response time of this offer until 3 p.m. or whatever. Cool?
Awesome. Perfect. That's fun.
It was fun.
That's fun. It's fun to have more than one person that wants your house.
It really